In the 2010-2011 national budget, allocations for infrastructure had works and transport secure 1.3 trillion shillings, energy and mineral development 1.2 trillion shillings. Kampala City Council Authority for Road Maintenance obtained 43 billion shillings from government. All the same, development partners such as the International Monetary Fund believe that evidence of failure in executing planned projects has been part of the key challenge in Uganda's ability to actualize allocations.
There's a big backlog of World Bank financed infrastructure projects that haven't yet been dispersed. They're committed, the World Bank has set the money aside, but they haven't been dispersed. And that's a real challenge. Before you start to think about Eurobonds or other creative financing avenues to build up infrastructure, you should ask yourself why it's so hard to spend money from the World Bank, which is almost free.
And the National Roads Authority itself, that was allocated 900 billion according to the 2011-2012 national budget, says it received a fair percentage of that amount, although the sector will remain indebted going forward.
And we received approximately 70% of the budget allocated to us this financial year. But of course, that means we are going to end this financial with debts. We are moving into the next financial with debts amounting to over 200 billion. And that means that that obligation will encroach on our budget for next financial year.
Early this year, after launching the $100 million Lamu South Sudan-Ethiopia transport corridor, Kenya is asking Uganda to quickly revamp the internal network in order to link it into the new network.
And we do believe that along the way, we should also be able to link it to the eastern Uganda so that any goods going to Kotido, where I've had the pleasure of driving all the way to, could well come through that line. And Moroto and anything from Tororo upwards, we could well link it to that, as we also get to serve through the Gulupakwach line into Juba.
But with such numerous infrastructure projects lined up for development, evidently on a slow progressive path, experts are insisting that government ought to refocus on them in order to support production.
When there is no money, so there is a lot of work to do at the macro level. And so long as we don't have enough money to inject into the productive sector, then we are going to have monetary policy overburdened. What should have been short term becomes perpetual, you know.
And with at least 150 megawatts now active on the national grid, industrialists in particular remain anxious that government needs to scale up investments in energy. Reina Ojan, NTV Business.